Shalom, 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 and welcome back to my channel. I am here now to just give you a few tips on vending. Yes, vending. This is the season. Let's get right down to it because I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so some of the key things you need to do prior to vending is to making sure you take account of all of your inventory. I don't care how small, how little, but you need to make sure that you have a vending list. So what you do is just go through all of your products. I did mine like this here. I just made the photocopy. Yes, this is live. Made a photocopy of the products that I have, and then I just go on each side of it and put approximately how many or how much of the product that I have and what it sells for with the tax. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier. Then I do this, and you can do this on Microsoft Word, Excel, what have you. I just printed out or made out a sign-in sheet. Okay, so what I do with my sign-in sheet is when they come to the booth or what have you, I have them to give me their information. Now I am blessed to have my digital business card, so I can actually give that information simultaneously and along with here to knowing what they did or what our conversation was. So I have their name, their email address, phone number, product that they were interested in, and then, or if they're interested in the business, I just put that there, and then next here is a check mark, and I would just check mark if I gave them a sample, and whatever that sample is at that point. Okay, so when you're going out vending too, you have to make sure that you are wearing a business shirt. Do not go out vending in regular clothes. You need to always be a walking, talking billboard. If you are in the Chicagoland area and you don't know where to get a t-shirt, I do sell t-shirts as well for $20. And if you need it personalized, now this is just a regular, I would say a Wakanda shirt. This is extra if you want your business information on there as well as the phone number. I do those for $20. But if you want anything additional like back lettering or QR code, that would cost extra, okay? And the code is here. So let me just show you. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's for the shirts. So when you are going vending, also make sure you have a tablecloth. So mine, I just had it put up in the in there, but you make sure that you have a tablecloth for your business. Okay, I'm gonna set this here because I have to put everything back up. Now, what I take is here. It's a regular luggage to carry all of my inventory or most of my inventory after I've counted everything. That's what I choose to do. And inside of there, on the outside, I have this here tote, okay? This takes care of all of my inventory that needs to be refrigerated. So at the top here, stuck. Was it stuck? Oh, it's not stuck. That's just the side, one side. We have the ice packs, okay? So we have the ice packs here, and you just make sure that you have it here so, you know, your products, I'm just gonna leave it here, so your products will stay cold while you are vending. It has a little compartment here where I could put other inventory at, right here on the side, and then here in this compartment, it has the individual cases, right? And so what I do is I individually put all of my inventory in different ones. So this here is all of my pure water soluble. So the larger ones and the smaller ones. On here I have all of my power water soluble on here. Oh no, this is the Power Water Soluble, and my Culinary is in here. And then the one at the bottom is, of course, my Hempranium, my Power Hempranium. What I have done in the little compartments, because you can do this as little or nothing, but this was from, I think about $26 through Amazon. That's where I got that at. And then we have here, I got this from the dollar store, okay? Really simple, easy, where I can still do the same thing. So on this one here, I have all of my vapes and my Delta 8. So anything that's doing with the smokables is here, with the exception of the flour, the premium flour wouldn't fit in there. This one here, I can't even pull it out. But these are my roller balls and my oils here. And then down here at the bottom are my larger containers of my topicals. I want to keep this kind of handy or in a smaller compartment because a lot of times those are some of your bigger sellers, okay? Let me put on my little cool glasses because this is another thing that I use. I use along with my shirt, my earrings, and my glasses because they are conversation pieces, okay? So that's what I do there. And let me just zip this up. Along with my inventory inside of the case, I have an additional bag in here. That additional bag carries my magazines. So you have to invest in you some magazines so when people come to your table, they have something that's going to catch their eye or what have you. So I do this to give them a little something to read, a little something that we could educate and talk about as well with them. Now, when you receive, let me do it this way. So these are the rest of my edibles. My smokables. So my premium flowers are in here along with the additional pre-rolls and vapes. I also purchased this, which is a grinder. Now, I only purchased one of them. So just in case someone does buy the premium flower and they need a grinder, I have the grinder here. And I sell that grinder for $20. Okay. Now, I have these extra ones inside of another bag just to try to keep myself organized. So the majority of my gummies, my coffee, anything big, I put them all together. So these here are all of my flight, my Delta 8 gummies, as well as the bags and the bottles. Once again, like I said, this is my flour tops and all of my smokables here. And I just put them in individual bags while I am vending, okay? So this here is the larger container that I have inside. The larger container, and it is coming loose because I did not pick it up from the bottom of my inventory. So I'm gonna have to straighten this out. But you get the gist of it. This stays actually in, amen, stays in there. And at the bottom, I just have all of my lotions. I'm gonna label these on the outside so then I don't have to open them up and I know. So I have the lotions here, the Oud Body Oil, and the face serum is here. On the second one, I don't know if I can, because it all kind of shifted. Okay, but I believe on the second one are all of my essential oils. And this here is my hand sanitizers and my surface cleaner, produce wash, different things like that. Now, what I want to say, what you also have to do to make it sure that you have in order is what you're going to put on to display for your table. So you don't want to clutter it. You want to be intentional depending on the vending event on what would kind of move. If you know that it's a younger crowd, you want to make sure that you kind of like talk about pre-rolls and different things like that. If it's just people in pain, you're at an event where they're talking about soccer players or what have you, you want to make sure that you're talking about the topicals. You have those kind of things out, and you just make sure that you have, like I said, with the book and different things on your table. One of the biggest no-nos and turn-offs when you go to a vendor's event is do not put your food on the table. Do not put your drinks on the table unless you have your business logo on it. Then you can do that. But then also people might want to purchase. So it's best to keep it up under the table where it is not being seen. Make sure that as you put your things up, that those as well go up under the table to make sure that if you stand up or whatever, you don't trip over anything because you have it kind of chaotic back here. Make sure everything goes up under the tablecloth where it is discreetly hidden from the rest of the people. So also with vending, your display, remember when I was saying how you have to put everything on there and you don't want to have it cluttered. You should also include, if you can, your certification. Okay, put it in a frame. I got a frame down here, but it's not, my certification's not in it. So anyway, don't worry about that. But make sure that you have those kind of things on display along with your brochures. Copies of your brochures along with your information on the back of it, especially if you are giving that out and you don't have a digital business card, okay? Last thing that really, really important, become a product of the product. Why do you become a product of the product? Because it helps you to give a better understanding of what the products do, because you can use that as your own personal testimony and let them know how it worked for you. Now, when I am doing a display, I have all of everything on the table that is popular, what have you, everything. All of these containers in here, I have some kind of way situated or sitting on my display. But guess what? All of these are empty, right? So you don't have to worry about if someone gets a little happy and decides, I'm gonna take this along with me, because all of the containers are empty. But then also make sure that you have a banner. Have your banner up for your business. If you are in the Chicagoland area and you're one of our Wakanapreneurs, you can also rent a banner from headquarters. Okay, so just remember that. Now, what I do is whenever I pick up any of my products and I have to send it out to my customers, I keep those bags, you all. I refurbish those bags. And what I mean by that is when you saw these, this came from an order. And I just simply took the information off of there and I utilized it. And let me show you from here, because I just picked up an order on yesterday. So, put that there. Sorry. But you know how they give you the information. I just take the clip off of it, the staple off. I open up my inventory sheet and I put it to the side for tax purposes for later. Okay? Put them all together. I take the product, whatever it is, out and I keep the bag, you all. So when I have customers, I have something that I can give them when they're when we're out vending. Now, even this is the difference, and I want to show you when you certain things you cannot use. So this is a product bag that came from the company, but it was actually mailed off. So when it's mailed off, it's harder because they have to seal it. So sometimes it's harder to reuse these unless you're going to use them for some of your personal stuff, just to kind of store some stuff that you might want to use in a bubble wrap. But along with that, so anytime they did send me something, or I went to go pick up something from corporate, they don't normally sell it if you go pick it up. So guess what I do? I save these just in case I need to give it out with their gifts or whatever their purchase is. So I hold on to all of these, okay? Let me see what else. Make sure that you take, because you never know if where you're going, they're going to have an outlet. So make sure you take you an extension cord. Make sure you have either an iPad or a laptop to make sure that you help them to log in as a customer on there. Along with these here, when you get this, I tend to try to keep them in the absolute best condition that I can, because I also use this as a table display. So I use those to make sure that they're all sturdy. So like I said, I just went and picked up products yesterday. So I go over and through my things just to make sure that it's all there. Like I said, when they give me stuff like this, I tend to go into it, open it really slow, because I don't want to really disrupt it. Let me see if I can do this one. I open it slow so I can reuse it. But I take out whatever product it is in there. I check to make sure that it is leveled off, and I give it a nice tight squeeze to make sure that my oils and stuff don't leak. So with this here, none of this is in my inventory right now. So that's why I kind of like left it here so I can go back through it. But this is what I do with it. And then, like I said, I use this for the most part. I use it for display. You know, gotta have all of your stuff needs to be looking good, because this is about image. If possible, stay as much to the colors of the business. Our business colors are black, gold. You can use some white, and green. So those are typically the colors. So try to make sure you stay within that color scheme. So along with vending, you also are going to be giving out samples, you all. So you're going to give out samples. So I purchased some things just to make sure that I have samples, okay? So this is one. And this is just a little small bag, you all. So I'm not going to open up all of them. I'm just going to show you one of them. And this is just to show you. So if you want to put a gummy in here, you know, and I would do, not the power, but I don't know. I would do maybe you could do the pure in here. So I could do the pure, if there are different spectrums of it, I could do that as well. I have the green for the Delta, the flight. I have the white for just the pure gummies. And then I have another green. Hold on. I have another green. Okay, so this one is the lighter green. So I'm going to do the Delta 25s in here. This is the darker green. So I am going to do the 50s in here. I also have different containers. I'm just going to show you these real quick, because even when you're talking about the smokable, you need to purchase. These are separate, but when I'm vending, I make sure that I have batteries on me. So if anyone buys a vape cartridge, they can also purchase the battery from me. Now, these are just some of the smaller containers that I have. This one here has the dropper, so I can put a sample of the hempranium in here. I could do the hemp MD. It's just up to it, but you just need to know what you put in which one. So this one is for the power, and my other is over here. It has give me one moment. Okay, so that is the black, and then here is the white ones. Okay, so they both are 1 milliliter, because you're not trying to give away all your product, but this is 1 milliliter. And I just put this or use this to either give out a sample, or if I'm going to package it as a sample package, which will include the not water soluble, But if it's going to include the power, hempranium, a gummy, and a tincture. And then here's the black bags too. So for the power. Okay, and so with that, I also have these where you can put either a gummy still separately in there. You can put that in here, or you can put the topical, just a little dab a doobie, you know. So you can also use that if you want to do with the serum, if you want to do a sample of the serum. So I have the 2 different sizes. I believe this is the other. Yeah, and then this is just a smaller one, or 10, and then this is a smaller one. So I think this is 1. And I just put a sample in there for them. Not a lot, you all. Okay. Now, some of the other things that I have are just different things to bringing people to the table. So we have, make sure you have like either a bowl or something that if you want to give out a raffle, at the end of the day, it could be winner need not be, it's according to how you want to do it. You can have it where either the winner has to be present, or you can do it if the winner does not have to be present. And what that does too is that encourages people to give you their information to let them know if they win. Or if you want to do a raffle every hour, you could do that though too. So that's drumming up people more business cards where you could share amongst the people at the table. But I think that is it, you all. So make sure that you have all of your I's dotted, T's crossed. And this is a process where you'll figure out what works best for you. I just want to give you the groundwork, legwork on letting you know how easy and simple it is to vend, but it does take planning. Now, when we are doing events, and I always put out, do you want in? So if you want in, you just need to let me know, like want in, and you need to let me know that as soon as possible, along with your payment, your portion of the payment. Now, by the end of, this is what I'm going to start going back to. By the end of day 2, because we all should be checking the page, by the end of day 2, I am going to cut that vending event off. Meaning that if 2 people have said, I want in, I need those 2 people to Zelle that information to thenaturalrelaxer@gmail.com. So you're just gonna put that up. I will also let you know if I'm going or I plan on vending that event as well. Normally, I'm just trying to get things out there for you all. I am unavailable on Sundays to vend. So if you ever see something out there, just know that on Sunday, if it is, that I'm not vending that event, okay? So with that being said, we have to be mindful to making sure that we hold integrity. We make sure that we don't vend at the same event that another person from our company is at. We make sure that we get that stuff done as soon as possible so we don't miss the slot, because slots do fill up and we don't want to miss that opportunity. So with that being said, you all stay well. Make sure you stay covered. Remember I told y'all I do all of this, right? So Rona's still out there, you all. So make sure you stay masked up and all of the other good stuff. And if you need a tablecloth or t-shirts, please let me know. You can give me a call, 708-274-7727, and let me know what you want on it, what have you. My turnaround time is normally, and I'm gonna say normally 2 days after payment. But because of some of the activities and things that I'm doing, it's been pushing it back just a little bit. And definitely if you want something with the QR code, it takes a little bit longer because I have to actually weed all of those little pieces out. All right. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me on today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.